Welcome! Today we're going to talk about this lovely 2021 Toyota Venza XLE that we have for sale. This one came in untraded. It's a clean Carfax vehicle from the Pacific Northwest. We do have a complimentary Carfax report. For 2021, the Venza is I guess a relatively new model. They did have a previous vehicle called the Venza, which was kind of a little bit different. The old Venza was kind of like a station wagon, or was more kind of like a car. They dropped that, and then I guess they recycled the Venza name, and for 2021 they reintroduced the Venza, but this kind of is more of like a crossover SUV versus like a car like wagon like the old Venza. It was almost like the old Venza was almost like a Camry wagon or something like that, where this is kind of more kind of like a smaller version of the Toyota Highlander. In fact, it fits right in between the Toyota RAV4 and the Toyota Highlander as far as size goes, so it's kind of right in the middle. So if you find the RAV4 too small and the Highlander too big, this might be the Goldilocks. And it's also the Goldilocks as far as trim goes. It's not the most fully loaded limited, it's not the base LE, it's kind of the mid of the pack XLE, so it's very nicely equipped with features as well. We have this nice leatherette and kind of suede cloth material for the seats, very comfortable, nice interior. So the Venza in the North American market is only available in a hybrid, very fuel efficient. You'll average, probably between 35 and 40 miles per gallon, and it only comes in all-wheel drive in the U.S. market as well. It's actually sold in other markets, under a different name called the Harrier, the Toyota Harrier. I actually think that's pretty cool, a good name, Harrier. I would like to have a car named after a fighter jet, but the Venza is, I guess, a good name as well. So we have power and heated front seats. You have a drive mode selector here, keyless ignition with push button start, dual zone climate control, big screen for the well, actually this one doesn't have navigation. It does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Amazon Alexa, so I know at least with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, you can have navigation on your smartphone and project it right up here on the screen. Nice leather up steering wheel. We have nice safety features and driver's assistance features, of course. Blind spot warning, forward collision warning, adaptive cruise control. I think this also has a lane keeping assist. 41,048 miles at the time of making this video. Nice big rimless rearview mirror with universal garage door opener. Nice color combination on black. This came in on trade not too long ago. Some of our nicest pre-owned vehicles coming on trade. This Venza is no exception. And if you have heard my rants about Japanese vehicles before, it's my belief, what do I know? I've only been in the car business about 25 years. I think, Japanese cars that are made in Japan seem to be the most reliable. I think that still rings true today. Not all Japanese brands, not all Toyotas are made in Japan, but a good way to tell is if you look at the VIN number. If the VIN number begins with a J, that means it's built in Japan. Which this one was. Really nice looking vehicle. Really kind of unique styling. Maybe not for everybody, but I think it's cool. It's a little bit more bolder, and bold's good. Sometimes I think car companies play it too safe and the cars end up being vanilla and boring. So I applaud a manufacturer for taking risks as far as style goes and maybe pushing to the limit. Not everyone will like it, but at least you're getting something that's not boring. We all know that Toyota is a gurus of hybrid technology. I've had two hybrid Toyotas myself. One had 220,000 miles on it by the time I traded in, and it was still running great. So this employs 3 electric motors matched to a gasoline engine. You have a combined output of, I think it's 210 or 217 horsepower, a little over 200 horsepower. So you have 2 electric motors in the gas engine handling power to the 2 front wheels. And then there's 1 electric motor connected to the rear wheels, and that's what makes it all-wheel drive. So you have basically they send electrical current to the rear wheels, and that gives it all-wheel drive for excellent low traction situations. But also being a hybrid is very, very fuel efficient. As I mentioned, you're going to average right around between 35 and 40 miles per gallon. Nice, comfortable, spacious accommodations in the second row. Going to be a little bit more spacious and comfortable than the RAV4. A power rear liftgate. A nice big cargo area. You have a cargo area cover to keep things out of prying eyes. This is removable, and you can fold down those rear seats for even more cargo space. A little bit extra storage here and a spare tire. Nice styling on the rear. We have dual exiting exhaust outlets. Nice fastback sloping roof line. You know, it's not a typical boxy cookie cutter crossover SUV. They gave it a nice streamlined curvaceous body. I mean, look at the curves and the lines in the back. Very dramatic. Like I said, they're taking a little bit more chances as far as styling goes, but I think it's a good thing. Make this thing a little bit more excited and exciting for its owners. Thanks so much for taking the time today to watch this video. Hopefully see you soon, and have a wonderful day.